We are in day 19 of the AH and JD situation. And I want to talk about some of the stuff that came up yesterday and some pretty interesting data that I found about what's going on with the situation itself. But I wanted to just first off talk about AH's sister, Whitney, who was, of course, pretty much the draw of yesterday. Everybody else was deposition videos. She actually came in and took the stand. Now, I kind of touched on this yesterday a little bit in the video I put out about the witness intimidation, which you should definitely watch if you haven't seen it. That's a very, very interesting situation because it involves somebody that directly contradicts everything that AH's sister put out there yesterday. In fact, I have to put a little criticism out there on Team JD. I really feel they did not go very hard on her. They could have used a lot of stuff, particularly Jennifer Howell's deposition. I don't know why. I'm hoping she's coming in as a rebuttal witness, hopefully. But everything Jennifer Howell says contradicts what Whitney said yesterday. Talks about how she cared for Johnny and didn't know why Johnny puts up with AH's abuse. And it's a completely different story on the staircase as well. It was AH trying to push JD down, and she was trying to stop AH. Completely different story, isn't it? Completely different. But of course, if you were watching, you know that she was doing a great job of listening to what her sister had to say because she watched her like a hawk from her place in the courtroom. So this was the big one. JD's lawyers really should have went hard on this. So I'm hoping that next week maybe they have some kind of rebuttal. Maybe they'll bring in Jennifer Howell because this was a disaster in my mind. They should have really, really pushed down hard on her. A couple of other stuff. This is two of the people that have went up against JD and given statements. This is IO mocking the finger injury. These are the kind of people that are Team AH. Only the best for Team AH. Also, MMA UFC fighter Raquel Pennington, she got involved and said, this chick messing up a great name, which I thought was pretty hilarious. This is somebody who did a depo video yesterday. And then this right here. The acting coach. The funny thing that got said there was that one of the worst things that she has a problem with as an actress is that she has a hard time with crying. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Probably the highlight of yesterday, I thought. It's like, did you just really say that to the entire court? Okay. Pretty funny stuff. Now, I want to talk about this article that I found because I think it's really interesting. So this was published May 17th. And I think it's pretty telling. Right now, the hottest topic in America is the AH and JD trial. This is the hottest topic going on right now. So they did this poll. This is from Newswhip. And I think this is really interesting because there's a lot going on right now. And what I think is really interesting here is you have the AH-JD trial ahead of Elon Musk, which, by the way, he's lucky that he got out of this. He was supposed to testify for AH, but he isn't. He backed out. He must have had a very smart PR person and come up and say, listen, man, 98% of the public is on Team JD. don't go near this because you're riding a really good wave of publicity right now. Don't attach yourself to that crazy cat lady. And wisely, he backed away. So he's really not experiencing any blowback for being Team AH, which he is, by the way. Big rumor that he's the one funding that entire lawsuit for her. It's more popular than all the dumb things that the president's been doing. People are more into this than Roe Wade or the Ukraine stuff, inflation, or the coup. I mean, that's pretty big. Like, these are some big things going on right now, and people are really tuned in to the trial among anything else. It's the most popular topic in the country right now, at least from what I've been seeing. And I think that it's pretty believable when you see how people covering this, a lot of people are growing massively from this trial. Independent creators, I'm glad to see it. I love that that people are really growing from this. It's really good for independent journalism, and it lets people see, there's options. But unfortunately, the mainstream sites are still getting a lot. That's what this is based on. Interactions per published article by select topic. But I think that their influence on this isn't as good as they think it is, because most of the mainstream sites are still, despite the fact that I think it's pretty obvious that like 98%, and I'm just kind of throwing that number out there because that's what it feels like, 98% of the support is on Team JD's side. And despite that, they are still overwhelmingly Team AH. I mean, here are some examples of that. I just kind of randomly picked these articles. H said she's been labeled a liar because JD is the bigger star. No, because for the past couple of years, people have had the chance to really pick apart your story because it's remained so public and so high profile. Because of that, there's been a lot of holes that have been found in it. And when your credibility goes, that's what people are going to call you. I mean, you don't really have an airtight story here, especially when you get to watch her respond to questions from Camille and how foolish it sounds. This is why a lot of people are jumping ship. The support's just not there anymore, unless it's mainstream media. Like, here's BuzzFeed, which I'm surprised is still around. I can't wait to watch the inevitable documentary about how we all wronged AH. Yeah. She's the one that's been wronged. You see what I'm saying? This is her PR team, and I got to give them credit. They're doing a great job of trying to keep her positive in the public opinion, but it's just not working. You can't turn this ship around. You can't turn it around, and it's even if she wins this case, which she could, because you can never tell what a jury is going to do. The court of public opinion rests with JD, and that's not going to change. He's got the more consistent story. But anyway, we'll talk about that again another time. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.